Okay, welcome to Off Duty. I'm Cody DePablo, and this is...
I'm Michael Weatherly.
Oh.
I'm off duty. Can you tell?
Yes, I can.
I got a little sort of dressed up for you today.
Well, yeah, it's kind of golfy. No?
Not going golf. I was kind of going Jimmy Buffett meets Daniel Craig.
Okay, I love the shoes.
Thank you.
The shoes are my fave.
They kind of tie the room together, if you know what I mean.
We have the wonderful Sean Murray, and this episode is episode 3 of season 3, Mind Game.
The games we play with minds.
Let the games begin. Welcome to Off Duty, an NCIS rewatch podcast. This week on the show, we're talking season 3, episode 3, Mind Games. Gibbs again questions a condemned serial killer whom he arrested 10 years before. The killer, 3 days from execution, has offered to reveal the locations of the bodies if he gets to talk with Gibbs. The gang solve that and much more. At the time of this episode's release, October 4, 2005, Wayne Gretzky made his coaching debut for the Phoenix Coyotes. In a 3-2 in a 3-2 loss to the Vancouver Canucks.
But yeah.
But anyway, at Rogers Arena, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston finalized their divorce. Do you remember that?
Oh, gosh, that one hurts me a little.
That one still hurts me. Yeah. I mean, I remember going through it 2005 and just being like, oh no. I felt awful.
That was the pits.
The pits. Japan announced its intention to conduct its first commercial whale hunt in 18 years. This decision sparked international controversy and condemnation from environmental groups and countries that opposed whaling.
It's funny. Condemnation for a sperm whale. Hello?
Gross.
Is this on?
In this episode, Gibbs interrogates a serial killer who's on death row as McGee and Donoso go in search of the killer's latest victims.
Makes him eat so much cereal that it kills him.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Dad jokes.
When Agent Paula Cassidy is kidnapped, the team suspects that a copycat killer is on the loose.
Oh.
All right. So without further ado, Sean Murray.
Girlfriend is always emailing me these internet videos.
You're a naughty boy, Timmy.
Oh my God, I'm becoming Tony.
Called Spinners? What's the point? It's a hip-hop thing.
Abby, I've been in this kid's room, okay? It's all black. It's got skulls everywhere. He listens to death metal.
Are you trying to make me feel better?
Is it not working?
It's not necessary, McGee.
Tony, I'm really not in the mood.
So here we are with our delicious Sean Murray.
Oh, happy to be here. Thanks, Coach.
Probalicious.
Probalicious.
What's the name of this podcast again? Full Frontal?
No, Off Duty.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Off Duty.
I don't know why.
Things are being
Full
here and
Frontal.
Off Duty.
Off Duty. This is the thing about the name Off Duty. Initially, couldn't stand it, hated it, and then went through all those other things, and there were all these other, we liked the chicken and the fox. But then...
This is deciding the name of what
was
this
the
is gonna
original name of the show, NCIS?
What was it?
Navy NCIS.
Could there be a worse name?
Navy Naval
Could there be a
NCIS.
worse name for a show?
Navy Naval?
Navy Naval
Criminal
Investigative Service.
Wow, that would have done really well.
Right.
Right?
Right,
.com. Geez. And so you're an executive at CBS, right? And Don's pitched the JAG off. The
Right.
JAG spinoff. Sorry,
Yeah.
excuse me.
It's a
And
spinoff.
I'm just saying that's what it was
That's-
referred to. I
yeah.
did not coin that. It was when I got there, they were calling it that. So you're an intelligent but rather straightforward executive, and you're looking at the number one show on television, CSI.
Yeah.
So Belisario comes in, he's like, I want to do this JAG spinoff about the naval criminal. And so you're sitting in your office going, NCIS, CIS, CSI, and CISI, Navy, and CSI.
Well, a lot of people called it that.
The first year it was Navy NCIS because they wanted it to. The first year it was aired.
Yeah,
as
but
Navy
I knew a lot of
NCIS.
people that used to call it Navy CSI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because
okay.
of
We're
the-
constantly
because-
approached by people
of
saying we
course.
love you on the CSI.
What's the first memory you have of hearing about NCIS? Like as Don or whoever Viv is talking about or whatever.
I had actually seen Dawn going over audition tapes.
You're kidding me.
I saw Don going over very early audition tapes.
Oh, he did that?
Oh, yeah. He was watching him in his bedroom, and I was there for whatever reason, came by, and he was like, no, sit down, watch some of this stuff. I'm like, yeah.
You don't mind if I use CBD oil, do you?
No, not at all.
Please.
Just relax. Relax.
Whatever keeps you chilled out.
Just put on the shades back on.
I'm putting the shades
Whatever
back
does
on.
it,
Let's
whatever
talk
does
about
it.
I'm off duty.
Wait a minute. So you got the privilege of actually sitting through tapes and
I
that part of the casting
saw
process.
the tapes of the Abby character.
Get out!
Yep.
But was
And
it
did you-
Polly Perrette?
Yep.
Oh, so you were a part of that casting experience where you saw the Polly Perrette.
I got to see the casting tapes of people reading for the Abby character. Yeah.
Did you have like a feeling of watching, like, you know how sometimes they say like you meet somebody and you get this feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to be connected with them for the rest of my life. It's kind of like okay, I'm going to get into my fruly stuff, but like past life stuff almost.
Well,
like,
I can just tell you that watching those tapes, Polly completely stood out, and
Got it.
Don made a point of saying how much she stood out too.
got it.
So I just remember that. So seeing P, later was not, seeing Polly was not a surprise.
And this would have been like late 2002, early 2003.
I have
Right.
no sense of time. So
sorry.
you let me
I
know.
live
No,
inside a
by the way, we haven't been in the same room together in
Yeah.
10 years.
Has it been 10 years?
10 years. The three of us together sitting down and actually
That's true.
talking. 10 years,
Wow.
which is insane.
I didn't like do the math or anything, but I know when I see you guys, it feels really
I
good.
The
call
weird
that
thing-
a decade.
Oh boy, do we
Oof.
feel it. Oh boy.
Ouch.
But you know what the weird thing is? We all met up, in the Spotify studios, and
Yeah.
it was really hard not to get going about all the things that we wanted you guys to be a part of, that are listening. So we had to literally tie our tongues. And
know.
then at one point we were just given free rein, like, hey, run with it, talk.
Right.
And you can do that for forever.
I've been
Michael's awful about filling space.
He's like, come on, give it
It's
to
not
us,
one of his strong
Tails.
suits.
I've learned that it's actually a reflex inside me mind that I have no control over. It's compulsion. But here's a compulsive question. If you go into your Wayback Machine and you go back to your first episode, let's say January 2003, when you first heard about the thing, by the time you come in, it's like September 2003.
Yeah.
So it's 9 months later.
Yeah.
And now you're on the set of this thing. I'm kind of curious.
How did you get there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
how did
how
it,
did you
what's the
get there?
connective tissue?
Don Belisario had this character that he wanted to bring on, and not bring on. I think he was kind of trying it out.
Yeah.
This rookie character. I think if I recall, the episode was Sub Rosa, and you guys were investigating on base in
Second season?
First?
No, this was first season. I think
Oh,
like episode 6 or 7. It's the first time we saw McGee's character.
Okay.
Heard stories about Special Agent Gibbs. Only half of them are true. The trick is figuring out which half.
It was kind of a one deal thing. The main characters were going to be on this base in Virginia, and he was the local rookie agent that was kind of helping out a little bit.
But you had an eye on maybe this is something that you would do in a recurring way or a series regular way. Was it an option? Or
Well,
was it
possibly. It was one of those things where I just didn't know, Don asked me if I wanted to do this character for this episode, and, we talked about it, and I was into it.
Had you done a JAG?
I had done JAG. I had done a couple episodes of JAG.
Okay. And it's the same studio up
Yes.
in Santa Clarita, where you still are today, Sean Murray.
Where I still am today.
That's right.
All these years later.
20-something
Right.
years later.
Oh,
I
there you
know.
go.
Sean actually died 8 years ago, but he's a ghost and just haunts that studio. So that's kind of interesting because it's a lot of the same crew that's come from JAG onto NCIS.
Yeah,
you
you've
got
got
Squiggly Wiggly Webb, and you
Right,
got Johnny
right.
O'Grady and Billy Bake and Jim Cratton. You got all
guys
these-
that have worked at those stages for like 25, 30 years.
Oh my God. But what people
crazy.
don't know is that you've been acting for forever.
Oh, since I was 12. Yeah.
And how did you get started in the acting world?
I saw the movie Stand By Me, and I
Oh,
said, that's
such
what
a
I'm going
great
to do.
movie.
Mm.
Was it a River Phoenix thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've always had a love affair for River Phoenix.
How could you not?
I mean, how could you
mean,
not?
really.
Absolutely. I mean, one brilliant actor. His
Absolutely.
brother ain't shabby either.
So I want to just come into this like you had done JAG. You understood the feeling of what Patrick Laberteau and the gang over there with, with the big, tall David James Elliott and the beautiful
Right.
Catherine Bell and the group, right? And you come in now to NCIS with the Morcus Hormus and the Mark Weatherby and capital P. You got the group and David McCallum.
Yes.
And do you have any flashbulb memories of that first period, or is it back through the fog banks of time?
No, I have a couple memories. I remember showing up in the wrong parking lot for work and someone yelling at me. Classic.
Wait,
and
who
I was
yelled?
like, and I had to pull out my call sheet and be like, I'm this guy and I'm supposed to be here. And then the tone changed and then they got me to wherever I was going to go. But I remember doing it. And my memory of really vibing you guys and the team was when I had to, and I think you remember this, is when I had to come up and deliver some information on a pier, I think it was.
Yeah.
And you started playing with my lapel and my jacket. And
Yes, I was actus interruptus.
you were actus interruptus.
Right.
And that, I guess, sort of started a little kind of a thing.
Right. So talk a little bit about what that is, because for those people at home, the acting thing, it's not just standing on your tape and saying your lines.
Even though, by the way, a lot of people think that's what it is.
Right.
Certainly
You don't just
people in
memorize.
productions, like stand on your
You can
mark.
memorize the
You
lines.
memorize them. But so because it was something that I had discovered on the set of NCIS, which was to screw things up a little bit on purpose so that you gave yourself these obstacles and then you screw with other people's things and they get mad at you. And
Well,
maybe-
that disruptiveness, though, would keep you very present.
It would. And by the way, the delivery of the dialogue that we were given sometimes was so incredibly challenging.
Expository.
Totally. All that exposition that if you didn't find some level of play in it, it was like delivering cardboard.
And
you know?
I remember early on Don saying, the show is between all those words. It's
Right.
between all that info.
Yeah.
Right. That's where all the stuff is. That's where we play.
And I think that's the thing that we all learned how to do, find a play in an impossible delivery of exposition
And I'm
at
going
times.
to step out on a very thin gangplank. See how I kept it naval? Mark Harmon created that space. Because without number one making that happen, if that guy shuts it down, stop playing around, don't touch him.
Oh,
If
yeah,
he
no,
shuts
he-
it down,
Oh, no, I think he understood the beauty in the play.
and where do you think he got it from? What do you think? Because you
Playing.
had worked with Mark Harmon before.
I worked.
And what
yeah.
did he play?
Wait, you worked with Mark Harmon?
I worked with Mark Harmon when
This
I
is the good
was
stuff.
This is the stuff you guys want to know.
15 years old
What?
on a show I did for CBS called Hearts of the West with Bo Bridges and Lloyd
Where you
Bridges.
played a witch?
No, that was
No, you think no.
Jesus.
You're thinking
Wait.
first off, you're thinking of Hocus Pocus,
Yes,
and secondly,
okay,
you're
yes,
so
yes,
wrong. You have no idea. I was not a witch.
We're gonna do the
Nut
game
job.
later with her.
For some reason, I got this image of you like on a little like on a stick. Just like, of course, I was like, oh, I have
Sherry,
to
you
say
are the
it
greatest
now.
of all time. You are like the mule. I think you mean goat. Yes, the greatest of all time, the mule.
Like he
It's
definitely wasn't a witch. But I
okay,
had to
so
say that.
What did Mark Harmon play?
Mark Harmon played on the show, came on and guest starred as Sam Carver, the drunken rodeo clown.
The
A
drunken
rodeo clown with a severe alcohol problem.
Mark played that?
Yes, he
Oh my
did.
God, I would pay to see it.
Good.
And you know what I remember? I remember him sitting in the diner, which was like our bar, the bar set, whatever. And on the show, and he had the red nose on. He would take the red nose off, shot alcohol, put the
Get
red nose
out.
back on.
Yeah.
Give it a second.
Yeah.
Nose come off. Shot.
Oh my God, that's
Nose
so
go
funny.
back
Yeah.
on.
And
Well,
now he just went to the basement. Now he's building a boat.
But-
shot
but-
alcohol, build the boat.
Build the boat. Shot alcohol.
I was not born in the States. And so for me, when I was,
No.
oh, stop
Are
it.
you from another country?
I am. And so, and when I heard about Mark Harmon, I had been told, he was a big pro football player and blah,
He
blah,
wasn't
blah.
that, but he was college.
College. Well,
Peru?
he was, stop
Ecuador.
it. And
Bolivia.
Stop it. I was
Paraguay.
told when I was younger that it was Czechoslovakia, by the way, by people in New York. Are you from Czechoslovakia? No, I'm not. Anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't know the trajectory of his acting resume. You know what I mean? And then later on, when we started doing NCIS, I figured out I should probably Google what he's done.
But he's done a thing or two.
Oh my God, you were brought up with him. I wasn't, you
Yeah.
know. Didn't he play a character named Shoop?
That was in summer school.
That's
I mean,
a
but
summer
that was
school,
like
yeah.
a huge
Wonder Mutt.
character, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a beloved American character.
But when you get to ensemble TV land, you're looking at Saint Elsewhere,
Yeah.
which was a huge television show, and also had this quirky procedural ensemble cast.
Was that right before NCIS?
That was in the 80s. No,
Oh.
Gwyneth Paltrow's father
Was that the one with Denzel on it too?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. What a
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Howie Mandel and,
yeah.
and Ed Begley Jr. and it goes on.
Ah.
And then he did
Chicago Hope?
Chicago Hope.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he did West Wing. Another
Right.
ensemble, not as much comedy, but with Allison Janney
Yeah,
and,
oh my God.
and Brad
Yeah.
Whitford and all those guys. Like an incredible ensemble show. So that's kind of what I think about when you come on the set, because I'm throwing just noodles at the wall and seeing what sticks. I got no game plan whatsoever. All I know is that I'm not very good, and I better work really hard not to get fired. So I'm employing every tactic.
But that's where, by the way, that's where I always feel Michael is so terribly self-deprecating.
Oh, that's right.
Because I was always in awe of how this whole thing gelled, and how the energy and the synergy kind of worked together, and how quick you were, how quick we all were at a certain moment. Like you'd throw the ball and there were 10 people just, all of us, at the bullpen.
Yeah.
And we were all just waiting to catch it or play. We were so eager to just catch whatever it was that people were throwing at us.
Mhm.
And
We were game.
all
We were game.
Oh, we were gaming.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy, by the way.
No.
No,
We made
because if it
look
was
pretty
easy, if
but
it was
wasn't
easy, everyone would do it.
That's correct.
We might have said that a few times. Okay, and before we get into mind games, I just want to go memory lane for a second with when we're on a crime scene set, and it's Monday, and we're out at Disney Ranch, or we're at some
6:30
bank
a.m.
in Sun Valley, or where there's somebody with a missile through their head in the middle of Thousand Oaks.
And they
or
could potentially be naked too, just covered with a
overturned, or
tarp.
we're in
They're
a-
usually naked.
Yeah,
Correct.
covered
you're
with a tarp.
downtown in an alleyway, or
Right.
you're over in wherever the hell we are.
Yeah.
You could be in Malibu. It's crime scene Monday was you have no idea where you are, but it's early, and Ducky's there first, and you know that it's going to be a boss. I found something down by the blah blah blah, and it's always the same stuff. And the poor guy that they hired to be the dead body, who's like naked in a field, uncovered, and Billy Webb's throwing like things on top.
He's
of
been
him.
there naked in the dark since like 3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And Billy Webb, as they're shooting, they just start laying tarps and reflective
lighting,
things
yeah.
for lighting
Sure.
over the dead. They were like, I think if we can't see that, we could get the actor.
Get a little bounce of the light.
But maybe the actor could
This
go
is
away
just-
and you could just put the...
No,
So,
you know what? Muzz on a dead guy.
so but do you
I
remember...
can't believe we're laughing about it because it's just...
But do you remember...
It's awful.
Do you
I mean,
rem-
you think about it now, like the level of humanity that was laying on the floor.
No, I'm going to go one step...
That's a human.
I'm going to king how awful this is. And in normal checkers, it's awful.
No,
I'm going
and-
to king it by saying we then would be standing next to these poor dead actors.
No, they were actors.
I know these.
Michael.
I know they were playing dead bodies, and we would be going. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how many more years can you do this? And you'd look at me. You're like, Shetty, it's been 5 years. I don't know how many more crime scenes I can do. And Sean's like, oh, I wish it had only been 5 years.
And then perspective. There's a guy who's literally been there for
we ignore him. and
probably
we're-
cold. But I will say we got really good going up to those actors and saying like, "Hi, how are you? Are you okay?" Like we got
Because we learned how much they went to do. Everyone would, like, people come up to us
David
and be like,
McCallum never.
you were so
looked at-
busy
never
trying to
asked
do
them.
your job. You were so busy trying
He
to
would
do
be
your job
poking
that
them
you
with sure
forgot
old metal
that they
devices.
weren't dead. You know what I mean?
And you had
they were
these-
playing dead.
and you had these actors fully committed to playing dead who would be there and just act dead the whole
Well,
fucking time. Sorry, can I?
And not only that,
can
but then,
swear.
but then when the camera would pan down, they would be asked the
Can't you
impossible.
with your technical
Wait,
terms?
What? Oh, come on.
Panning
so
down.
panning down, and then they would be asked the impossible. Don't breathe.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know,
Right.
like just please hold it.
And then we'd forget to tell them to breathe, and they'd be like, I think the dead guy's passed out. So,
But wait, in mind games,
yeah,
and
I
this is
forgot
a
about
weird
the
thing.
finger.
No.
The finger, he goes, she just.
Oh my God, my husband always looks at the finger, and he makes me feel so self-conscious.
But wait, go to mind games. What were you going to say?
Mind games.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a scene where the woman has been found at the end of the episode, right? And
Right.
she's one of the women that has recently been killed by the copycat killer,
Mm-hmm,
right? And at one point, this is of course where my
By the way, I barely remember this, but I remember this.
no. But this is where my eyes go. I was like, oh, look at that, and look at the heart carved in the back, and wow, that's a gruesome scene, and the foliage and this and that, and all of a sudden I see her belly slightly breathe.
See a little breathe.
And I just went, oh, damn it.
Took you right out of it.
I was like, but how many times they probably asked that poor woman to
Yes.
hold it?
Oh no!
Oh,
It's
yeah.
impossible.
And
I mean,
they'll
it's
do
impossible. It's
and they'll
an
do the
impossible
close
job.
up on the face of the body, and they've
With the
got
eyes
they've got
twitching.
like the eyes twitching, and that became a thing apparently.
Yep.
That when they would audition people for the bodies, that they would do an eye twitch test
You're
Right.
kidding me.
to see if they could close
Right.
their
How
eyes
did you
and
know
not twitch
that?
around. You know, I hear things.
And by the way, why not just like do a freeze frame? Can we take a moment though? Can we just take 5 seconds
Yeah.
where we do you have a cup? Can we
A cup.
Can we,
Oh, a
can
toast.
We, can we toast?
Yes.
Well, this is a little toast. It's so good to see you,
it
Sean.
is wonderful. To
And
see
I
this.
just wanted reach, go all the way.
Yeah, you
There
always
it
have
is.
very long
Excalibur.
arms.
I know I was all
love
over the
it.
mic, but whatever.
And I just wanted to say
What a reunion.
5 seconds of
How
silence
Yes.
for Mr. David McCallum.
yes,
So
May he
let's
rest
do
in
it
peace,
together.
the great David
Great,
McCallum.
Let's
Yeah.
just give him 5 seconds.
absolutely.
I know you're going to say something funny because you just can't help yourself.
Crying.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But thanks for that. Here I am with the
I
honest
ruined-
emotions. And you know what?
ruined
She's
your
like,
moment.
you're gonna bust this up. I am capable of honest emotions. I know that it's a shocking thing.
I know
But
you are.
I've
I've
been
seen
in
it.
through a lot of therapy.
And-
So I've learned that I'm actually deeply shallow. I am way down deep. I'm profoundly shallow. So anyway, let's get into the mind games. Keep playing.
Oh my God!
Wait, do you remember this? He used to draw third season these dinosaurs with the. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't.
He used to do these little cartoons that were
I
like.
remember the cartoons,
Podcast
but I
always
don't
gets
remember
me.
yeah.
Get got on the podcast. Gosh, darn it. Dag nabbit, as my favorite senator would
Dang
say.
it.
Let's talk about UFOs later, but not now.
You found the bodies. Good. Not what you were expecting, was it? You see, there's someone else out there now. A new threat.
The guy who played, the actor who played Killer Kyle Boone on that episode, I was watching the episode last night because, you know, first of all, I wasn't in that episode.
You watch
Right.
NCIS every night, though.
No, I don't. In fact,
That wasn't that the small amount of time between.
they were casting.
The killers
They were
and-
casting the role of
We shot it
the girl
first.
that was supposed to
Oh, I
replace.
don't recall that.
Yeah, that's
Paula-
the first episode.
Paula Cassidy.
Jessica Steen was
Jessica
there first.
Steen.
right.
Who, by the way, I watched the episode and I was like, she was fantastic.
Yep.
She was like
I remember
really
her being
solid.
fantastic.
We blew her up.
But it wasn't on that episode.
Not on
it was
that
later
episode, but
on.
she blew up.
She
I
did.
had to
And
smoke
she,
cigars to find the hole in the wall and then the wall thin. She went into the other thing and it closed and she. I remember that. And I was like, why do we keep blowing up my girlfriends?
Yeah, that was a thing
No,
for a
we
minute.
never killed it. We never killed another one that was.
that was kind of uncomfortable.
I know.
I feel slightly uncomfortable with
I
that
know.
statement.
Okay. That means we're getting closer to the Chernobyl core.
Oh God.
Okay.
She was
And that's
really
ultimately what we want.
she was really terrific. But also
Yeah.
the actor who played that, the Kyle Boone, Christopher Shire, I remember thinking like,
Yeah.
he's pretty good. He's pretty
Yeah.
convincing.
Yeah.
Talk about casting here
Kept
on
playing those mind
NCIS.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really good episode. And I think they were casting the girl who was going to replace Sasha during that entire episode. Who, by the way, is me.
Right. I think that they were still trying to figure out your widow's peak.
Oh God, that didn't come into play until I think episode 4 or 3.
Oh, they were playing with you. So mind games. We're now. You've been there for a couple of years. You're a KG veteran on the set of the NCIS.
KG.
You went to main titles in season 2,
Yes.
which is a big deal because you were like extended guest star remix.
You were?
No, what happened was in the first season, McGee's, was originally just a one-time appearance in Sub Rosa. And then after Sub Rosa, McGee wasn't there. There was a regular old NCIS episode or Navy NCIS episode.
So much like mind games.
Yes. And then we did. And then we did the next
Sorry,
one.
let's take it back.
Go back to mind games.
Can we talk about me more?
Yeah, right. No, but the episode, 2 episodes after Sub Rosa, they were like 3 minutes short. And they said, let's bring back McGee.
See, it's all about
And
The
stick him
infamous 3
with,
minutes
stick
that
him with
made you
Tony.
go.
We'll
Is
do like,
everything.
I'll have like a little sea story thing. And then after that, I started appearing in each one a little bit more.
Right.
And that was all recurring. And then second, yeah, I'm sorry,
And
guys.
it
I should have
really-
said
no,
this
but
like
it
20
became
minutes
second
ago.
season that you became a series
Second
regular,
se- yeah,
period.
between-
And you go into the main titles. Remember when you had to run through the car wash?
I remember very well running through the car wash.
Anticipate, McGee.
And that was main titles.
I know running through that car wash, which I did many times and was a real car wash. I remember taking a sharp right.
That's what a lot of people don't know, by the way. You need
Playing
to get
it
into
for
the juicy
reals.
bits.
So we ran through the real car
Yeah,
wash
you
need
with
to
all
get
that
into the
stuff
juicy
going
bits.
sudsy. I take a sharp right. My dress shoes come out right from under me because I'm sprinting. I come down on my right hand, and you know, like a lot of us actor types, we jump up, we just keep doing our thing.
Yes.
We don't even really notice what we
You're
do
like, you
until
broke
afterwards.
it, and you're like,
To this day, I have very limited mobility in
You're
my
kidding
in my
me.
right
And that
thumb.
wasn't
it's a good
a
thing I'm a
stunt?
lefty. What?
that wasn't a
No, that was me coming down
slipping
on my hand,
slipping on the
slipping
soap.
on a wet ass car wash.
She's like, but it was a stunt. So Diamond
Shuddy,
Farnsworth
you-
was in charge of the snow.
Yes, it was fully planned in every way. No,
Was this in the script? No. Cody,
I was like,
wasn't
you were
it?
so good in that, wasn't it?
I was injured, and they said, "Do you have another one in you?"
You're like, I was
Right.
injured. I'm still injured, by the way. Like, I can barely
to this
move
day,
my
I'm
hand.
reminded
Hey,
of the
Bubba,
car wash
you
every
don't
time I
mind.
shake someone's hand.
You know, I know anytime soap suds get near that thumb, it's like,
Just
So-
bad memories flood.
So do you have a memory of being in the opening titles the first time you saw yourself in it, because it is kind of a moment, because
Yeah.
I did multiple TV series. Actually, I did a show called Significant Others where I was in a barber chair and it spun around and they said Michael Weatherly. I was
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
I'm in the opening titles of something. I just remember that being a very exciting,
Oh, Cherie, you're so cute.
because I grew up with television and like being, theme songs and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You're
suddenly,
still very much into that.
yeah, because it's in there. I can't get stuck. So you start doing the show. In season 2, it comes into focus a lot. You're starting to get kind of legs under you as a character, but you're still the probie.
Absolutely.
And so, is there, as season 3 is getting underway, because this would have Mind Games the first thing out of the gate that we're shooting. Jessica Steen is on set. You've just had your first true hiatus. Your life maybe is changing a little bit. I'm talking 2005.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Is that when
things are
You're moving into a
changing.
new apartment.
I'm with the girl that I'm
Soon to be
going
married
to
to.
marry.
You
Yeah.
are, and this is like
So you're in a smooth sailing, good
and
spot.
Things are
burgeoning-
happening in
Things
Yeah,
are going.
your life is
2005.
changing like drastically.
Yeah.
as it did for all of us on the show. But I wanted
Well,
to.
with the exception of me.
You're about to move out from New York City and change your whole life.
Yes, but that happened after I left. The thing about that show is that it was self-absorbing, and that's what a lot of people don't know. You were working very long hours.
Oh, we were entrenched. in
You
it.
were
I mean,
entrenched in it,
we
and
were
so
like,
it was
yeah,
very
living
hard
that thing.
if you were moving cross country to do a TV show that you had you'd never done before,
Yeah.
to then have a life outside of it.
Absolutely,
You know what I
and in
mean?
those first couple of years, that was an extremely difficult thing for all of us. I think I
The
remember.
adjustment, yeah.
I remember calling my wife Carrie. Season 3. I'm not even. I think she was my wife at some point during that season. But
Yeah.
calling her,
Season
calling
3,
Carrie at like.
yeah. I went to your wedding. We all did.
That's right.
Actually,
It was during
we all-
season
yeah,
3, right?
Season 3,
I got
yes.
the pictures.
Yes.
But I remember calling Carrie from my trailer of a location at like 1:30 a.m. and going, honey, go to bed. I
Oh.
don't know when I'm going to be home. Like we still have this whole thing we got to shoot. And that's what I really remember
Yeah.
about those first
I was
And I
living
think-
in Santa Clarita.
Why? So was I.
I know, but I moved up there in season 2.
And that was like
Before
out of
the-
necessity. You
Yeah.
had you could because
'Cause
we
you were living in
our whole
Malibu,
world
weren't
was
you?
that show. man.
And for season 1 was in Malibu. Season
What
2
made you think that would work?
Well, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was really dealing with a major depression. And the only, I had actually worked with this actress named Justine Waddell, and I met with her in London. I had done the Mystery of Natalie Wood, where I played Robert Wagner. We'll talk
Oh my God.
more on that later.
The irony.
But I was in London going through a very big breakup. And I went to sit down with Justine Waddell, who I'd become friends with, and we had tea at Claridge's, and I think I had cocktails. And she said, you should live by the water, because we were talking about
It'll be very healing for a
healing.
cancer.
Yeah. And she was dead right. So I went out and I got this apartment in Malibu. And so it's interesting, you know, you do have to self-soothe. You have to find, because the show's not going to hold your hand.
No, right.
Oh,
You know,
no.
I mean, there's nobody there to make sure Sean Murray's okay.
You need to find that peace. Absolutely.
But Bubba's going to
outside
make
of
sure you
that.
got knee pads if you got to go down for, you know, but no, it's, and were you ever late to set?
I think
That was a
one
really
ti-
good segue, by the way.
I think one time I was
I'm
late
getting
to
to the knee
set.
pads.
I think one time I was late to set, and I learned early on in my career, do not ever be late to set.
Did Mark Harmon ever have problems? Did you ever get the freeze out, the 10th Avenue freeze out?
The one time I was late, I think it was literally by like maybe 6 minutes after call, but I remember running to the trailer, opening the trailer door, and seeing an alarm clock sitting right there.
Oh, circa season 2, season 1.
Season
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
Because the clock was gone by season 3.
I think it was 2. It was definitely 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So that
I heard about the clock
Yeah.
because of Sasha.
It was the one.
we haven't talked about the clock.
Right.
we need to
that
talk
was
about
the
the
one.
clock.
That was the one time I got the clock, and I think I got off pretty easy because it was my one time.
I got the clock a lot. I got a lot of clock.
Well, you had a
You did?
3-hour drive in the morning.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Season 2, not a lot of clocks. Season 1, the clock. I was like
You
Flavor
were
Flav with the
driving.
clock around my neck.
You were.
What?
What? Well, but you were also driving in from Malibu. Yeah, being close to the water cost you, lovey.
It cost me,
you.
but for me, and I don't, you know, I want to keep this back in your area because I, as I said before, realized that I was having a lot of personal issues that the show, 2 things. One, the show allowed me to grow as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I had someone in Mark that could be a sort of father figure and somebody and Don Belisario, who was like super menschy, but also not sugarcoating anything at all.
No, they're tough dudes.
No, which is one of
And
the best things about
best
It's
thing
the
about
greatest thing.
And no PAs fetching you things. No, you get in line. You stand in line with everybody, as Mark Harmon said to me the first day of work. You eat lunch with the crew.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that gave me that. But what it also did was it allowed me to not deal with the rest of my life. So I had these underlying issues that just went, and I put them under a
Well,
carpet.
but by the way,
yeah.
survival mechanism. How can you deal with life when you're
Right.
doing
But
something
it's a
17 hours a
beautiful-
day? I mean,
it's a beautiful excuse.
You're right. You're not.
we have to hit these next couple of questions. They're actually kind of cool. If you were a serial killer, what would your MO be? This is a dark question, by the way.
That's a crazy dark question.
It's a dark, but you know what?
What would your
From
mo
dark
be?
to darkness.
Hey, killer, what's your mo?
What's my mo?
What's your mo?
What's your modus operandi?
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you know what MO stands for?
Hi.
Wrong. Hi. Go.
It's Latin, isn't it?
Go. It's Latin.
Yes,
You're asking me what my MO would be if I was a serial
Hey, I don't
killer?
write these questions.
Listen, AI generates these.
Yeah.
So clearly,
So we just have to respect AI. It's a world, it's the world.
it's the
today.
future, Sean.
So so let me rephrase this. If there was a serial killer, I don't know if you've ever been into that kind of thing. I mean, some people are, but
It's not. My wife loves staying up and watching those, things.
I know,
every
but
night.
like which ones do you gravitate towards?
Yeah, who's your favorite serial killer?
No, I mean, there is no
you like
such
your
a
Ted
thing,
Bundy?
Are you
Mark
into the
Harmon's
Bundy?
Mark
Right.
Harmon played a serial killer
but he did.
very famously.
He did, yes.
And that guy's MO. What a mo.
Oof.
That guy.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite serial killer?
I grew up
John
in the era.
Wayne
I
Gacy.
grew up in the era of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, you're
Oh,
a Dahmer.
God.
So I'll just
You're
go with
gonna go
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
I'll just go Dahmer.
Dark.
Because
Okay.
that was about, I think, as dark as it can get.
Right. All right.
If anyone on NCIS were a serial killer, no, sorry, that's I just butchered that
What are we
question.
talking
So who on NCIS
You got a
main
heart out
cast
here. I know.
is most likely to be a serial killer? Like if you were to say like everyone in this cast, who do you think would have been it?
Brian Dietzen. Brian Dietzen. I'm
Polly
just gonna throw
Pratt.
out Really? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
not Polly Pratt, Abby Sciuto.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
no, for
I'm
sure.
going with Brian Dietzen, the human. No.
Oh,
I'm-
I'm like the nicest guy in the world. I'm
That's
like the
why it's
nicest guy
perfect,
in the
because he's the
world.
nicest guy in the
I'm like,
world.
that's a great cover. Yeah.
Right? No one would suspect.
What about you, Sherry? Sherry.
I think
It's like something taken out of Lord of the Rings.
I
Yeah.
think
Junkles.
I think it's Gibbs.
Oh,
He spends a lot of time in that basement. And, digging holes and basements and building boats and Viking funerals. You sail that boat out with a fire. What's he
you're
doing
like,
in that
what's
basement?
Suspicious
inside
behavior.
that mind?
What's inside that makes it mysterious.
What are you
Mysterious man.
thinking? Sorry, that's
Okay, so what's your favorite Gibbs quote or rule? And does Mark Harmon have any of those that you know of? Any rules that you know of?
Well, show up on time or you're going to hit the clock.
Show up on time's a big one.
There's a Mark rule.
Yeah, show up on time. That's a big one. Don't take a sick day. I learned that one.
Family first?
Yeah.
No, that's
I was I was sick. Season 3, really, really, really sick.
Yeah.
And I had Dr. Pat.
Right.
Dr.
right.
Pat,
Yeah.
famous Dr. Pat. He was sent over, and he came over to the house. I had like a really awful fever,
Mm-hmm.
and Dr. Pat said, "You can't go to work." So I thought, well, if the doctor's telling me that I can't go to work, I must follow orders.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the grave mistake of staying home,
Right.
and I was sent a car, and I went to set. And Mark came up to me, and he was kind enough, but he was very stern, and he said, "You come to set, we decide when you're sick." Something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
Like,
that
you
changed
come to
with
set.
COVID. That changed with COVID.
Yeah,
until
but,
COVID-
but it was you come to set, and then we will determine how we address this. And by the way, I don't think I ever got sick again. I mean, I was probably very, 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 very sick.
Yeah.
Right.
You just
But
had to leave the
mentally-
show.
But I think mentally it just did a trick on you. You weren't really. And when you think about it, anyone in production can do a job, better, worse, whatever. But no one can play McGee. No one can play DiNozzo. No one can play any of the characters. So you really had to be there. And that's a lot of pressure.
I remember getting food poisoning one night and just spending the whole night, being sick and like the worst. And it was like, no, we're in the director's office the next day.
Did you get sick? Somebody, there was an ambulance that came once. Or something
Oh
else.
no,
Didn't you almost
that's
fall?
when I had
Like-
a tremendously bad flu, like the worst flu you can
And didn't you
possibly
kind of like
get.
fall, like plop over, kind
Oh
of?
no, I was having,
You had-
I like wasn't getting oxygen. Like I was having problems.
You had to go to the local.
They brought me to the local
emergency
thing.
room
Yeah,
while we were shooting. But
Yeah,
that
it was
I
our-
think,
yeah,
look, I
while
think
we
it
were
was a
shooting.
different time.
I mean this was in
2000
season 2. I think it was
Yeah.
before you were
Yeah, I
even
think it's
there.
2000.
but you
2004,
didn't
'cause
tell
I wasn't
people.
there.
Right. So
No,
and that's-
I think it was just a different time. I think
Well,
we
that's
just
what I was-
worked through it.
I was saying on set once when we were shooting the pilots, the Jags, that I hadn't seen my son in months. And I was talking to Mark Harmon off camera. We were on our one waiting to come down the stairs or whatever. And yelling from downstairs was like, "Nobody cares." And it was Belisario, like could hear me on the microphone, on his ears. And he goes, "Nobody cares, toughen up." And, it was like, your life is your life. You made a choice to be on this set. If you've chosen to be part of the space program and you're going to live up there on the International Space Station,
You're in space.
boo-hoo.
Yeah,
Go
You're in,
cry in a
like,
bag of.
money.
You
So-
told me that.
space money.
So I think that
Ooh, what is that?
I think
I
that,
like a taste of it.
I think that this goes to the heart of mind games, because I think that what we're really talking about is that making television it plays a little game with your mind.
I think we all got a taste of that.
Undoubtedly.
I'm going to be
Undoubtedly,
listening
and I think we all
to John
processed
Lennon's
it.
mind games.
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
I think we all processed it quietly
yes,
in our own ways, and they were the devils we dealt with when we got home.
But we
and they were.
supported each other.
We
Yes.
did, but it was very unspoken. It was this
Oh, yeah.
unspoken camaraderie, like
Right.
you'd show up to set and you knew that somebody was hurting and you'd want to make it better, but you also knew that you weren't going into that, you weren't violating that private thing that person was going through.
and you brought it to the work. So you brought it to the
always
scene.
brought it to the
So, if you were not feeling good, your character is suddenly not feeling good.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh no, you
I
learned
mean,
how to,
I can remember
or if
having,
you were sad, you fucking cried.
yeah, you
That's
you
just
played,
the way it was.
Yeah.
Why is Ziva so sad in this episode? It's like, Cody was very sad. He was very sad.
So we're going to play a game here. It's actually it's
what's in there?
it's just a little. It's
It's a margarita?
no, it's a dandelion tea.
Oh, of course.
It's good for
Mine's just
hormonal
rum.
imbalances. Not that I have them.
We had Weatherly rum.
Weatherly rum. That's good. So this is a game that we're going to play with a lot of our guests, and it's just we're going to throw out a question, and you're going to have to answer.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
So how many times has Gibbs been married when the show starts?
Poor.
Oh, come on. You know this.
3 times. 3?
I'm going to go 2.
You suck.
3? Did I
No,
get?
4.
Ah,
Well, I was
4.
closer.
you were closer.
You were closer.
If this was Price is Right, I'd be the
Okay,
one up
all
on
right, I'm
stage.
down 1.
Okay, so one of Gibbs's character traits is slapping DeNozo on the head.
Ouch.
When did the first head slap air?
Choices?
No choices. You just have an answer.
Okay.
Just-
What season?
Oh,
Just give a
geez.
season. Just give a season.
1.
No. Okay, season
Okay,
1.
season 1. Okay, narrow it down. The show premiered September 28th, 2003.
Yeah, if you
I
had
made
to
that
choose
up.
an episode.
I feel like somewhere probably about 2/3 into that season is maybe when the head slapped.
you're
So like
thinking,
around 10,
15,
8.
15, 18.
Give us a number, Sean.
As far as an episode.
No pressure.
Okay. Hold on. How many bloody episodes did we do that first year?
24.
I feel like maybe like 17.
All right. And what about you
Episode 6,
of season?
season 1.
God, you were really close. Episode 5.
Oh.
It was already
You're
happening.
breathing,
It was
Goose.
already happening before I
Yes.
got there. Wow.
Yes, I remember it well.
Let's strain your eyes, boss.
Why doesn't Gibbs lock
Therapy.
the front door of his house?
I know.
Why?
Because he's looking for trouble.
Oh, God.
He's
Looking
like,
for love
he's
in
like,
all the wrong
come on in.
places.
Hey, DoorDash, it's open.
Gross.
Come down to the basement. I'm making a boat, said serial killer Gibbs. See, I'm not wrong. Only a serial killer
It's a
leaves
good-
his front
it's a
door
good
unlocked. Why do
theory,
you
right?
think he leaves his front door unlocked?
I'm going to go with whatever you said. I thought that was fantastic.
I think it's because his wife and his daughter died, and he leaves it open just in case they ever come back.
Oh, no, but you were really
Ooh.
close, and it goes actually really sad, I think. The answer
Usually
is because
is
he has
something-
already lost
Yeah.
what was most important to him. So he actually doesn't care.
Yep, he don't care. My
See, now
God,
I feel
what
like
a
an
honey
ass for
badger.
making a joke. I feel awful now.
Honey badger.
Well, no, I mean,
Honey badger.
look, honey badger out. When in doubt.
This is what it would be like if you had a game show.
Really?
You'd look like some kind of owl. You'd look like a
Like
very,
an adorable,
very attractive
attractive
very,
owl.
No, I mean like shockingly.
Yeah, beautiful, well-spoken.
Clearly intelligent.
That's why I
Yeah.
love you. I have a really funny story about owls. I was somewhere in the south of the United States of America, and I had recently manifested a child. And it was on a full Scorpio moon. Oh, stop it, Michael. Just don't give
what
me,
am I doing?
Don't give me the smirk.
I'm not.
And
I'm a Scorpio.
yeah, I know you are.
Okay.
So a massive, powerful, full Scorpio moon. And I had done this meditation under this moon by the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and I had asked for a child. And in 2 days, an owl flew in front of the window, and it stood in front of the window, and it was looking out the same direction I was looking out the window. And then it pivoted its head, and it looked at me, and I knew I was pregnant.
And it was Ducky?
What?
He looks like an owl.
Michael, come on.
What?
Remember how
No,
David
and by
Penn
the
used to
way,
go,
I always say, like,
To
it's
turn
funny
on
that you
the-
said the word owl, because for me, like, I've always associated owls with the.
yeah, with that moment.
It's sort of like that bird delivered the news that I was pregnant.
I think you,
That's
you
really
Isn't that cool?
It's
That's
very
really cool.
And
yeah.
now, every single time I hear owls, I'm thinking, am I pregnant?
that put
That's
the
not
owl
true.
in owl.
Can I just throw one thing about mind games? And this is what someone told me. It may not be completely true, but worth looking into.
I like things like that.
The first time in mind games was the first time the term very special agent was used. And it was not used by the Tony character. It was Abby saying very special agent.
Oh, wow.
Take it away, McGee. I mean, I'm very special agent McGee.
And then the very special agent became adopted by the Tony characters. soon
Because he
thereafter.
stole it.
But in,
That guy.
you know, hey, what are you going to do? You-
Can't leave that guy couldn't leave a good thing alone, could he? He was like, that's a good thing. I'll steal it. The lobbyist poo chunks.
How many chunks could a poo chunk of a
Give a
poo
poo
chunk,
chunk,
poo
poo
chunk,
chunk,
poo? I can't tell you what a pleasure it's been to have you here.
Can we just do
I'm-
the song as we say
Oh,
goodbye?
God.
Ready?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. And how many chunks could a poo chunk if a poo chunk could chunk poo? Oh, yeah.
How many chunks could a poo chunk if a poo chunk could chunk poo? How many poos could a chunk poo chunk if a chunk poo could chunk
Could poo
poo
chunks.
chunks?
By the way,
That's
no one's
where I
going to
fall
get this, but I started calling you Chunky Cheese. No, Poo Chunks.
Chunkies.
Chunky,
We had many
chunky.
variations.
and then it went from that to how many chunks of poo chunk? Like literally right before
Yeah.
we would get into a take.
Yeah.
That
was the mantra.
And we would die laughing, and then it was like action. We'd have to put it away, but it was almost impossible at times.
It's been
was.
so awesome, first of all, to see you
10 years, man. 10 years. All of us
in
together.
one of the sweetest hoodies
Oh,
that may
yeah.
exist.
That hoodie needs like its own.
May you time travel back to Lancelot and say hi. Pull the sword, pull Excalibur from the stone.
And
It
I know
is
we're having you again. We're having you again for a Proby episode, so that's going to be fun.
obvious.
Yes, I'm looking forward to
Continuing
that.
the
I just
fun.
want to thank you guys so much for having me. It's like seeing you guys is like no
I
time.
hug
has
you.
A virtual
I hug
hug.
you. I
Not
give you the
virtual,
COVID
No,
hug.
there's- there's
the
a-
COVID hug.
COVID hug.
I love you guys.
All right. Well, that was a little nostalgic.
Emotional.
A little emotional. In
little.
fact, as we were walking to the stage, well, to the Spotify studio, I remember saying, like, I'm a little emotional about this. It had been 10 years. He was here. It was nostalgic. It was beautiful.
We got to nod to the Duck Man.
We did. We got to nod. And which leads me to some fan focus questions.
Fan focus.
So, hey, Michael, my question is, Tony was a big movie buff. What's your all-time favorite movie? And do you think Tony would enjoy it too?
What's your all-time favorite movie?
Nah, don't turn it around.
Oh, I have to answer?
yes, you
Lawrence
do.
of
This is
Arabia.
for you. Lawrence of Arabia. And do you think Tony would like it too?
Yes, but I think Tony's favorite movie might be a comedy.
Okay.
Mhm.
Why Lawrence of Arabia?
For me, why Lawrence of
Yeah.
Arabia? I think because it's about a journey, and it's about a kind of quest and a messianic journey of discovery and pushing back against expectations and authority.
Oh,
Hi.
wow.
Yeah, but
Right.
Lawrence of Arabia, an incredible experience. And really, that's what it is. It's not just a movie. It's really the true life of T.E. Lawrence,
Mhm.
as told by David Lean and Peter O'Toole and all those other incredibly talented people that put it together. Tony's favorite movie, Joe versus the Volcano, written,
I
directed
think
by
you
John
actually
Patrick
said that
Shanley.
at some point during
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
a Tom
somewhere.
Hanks, Meg Ryan movie. That's
Yeah.
why it's important. Right.
Yeah. Shall I answer that for you?
Yes.
English Patient.
Which is very Lawrence of Arabia in a way. It's almost in the same world.
Well, you would know that, but I remember watching that and just being like, it just killed me into a zillion tiny little pieces. I remember thinking the soundtrack could not have been more beautiful. The costumes, they were just delicious. The acting was impeccable.
Did
It
you
was
get to
sexy.
work with somebody from the English
I
Patient?
did. I got to work with Juliette Binoche, and that was like, it was such a delight. She is so not what you think she is in the best of ways. She is open and, because she's such a huge movie star and she's so beautiful and she's so many things. But when you meet her, you realize that she is so open and she allows herself to be touched by life all the time. And it's something that I just remember thinking like, that is what makes her so beautiful.
Mhm.
I just loved her. But I remember that movie just tore me.
Yeah.
And I think it's because there's always been a part of me that impossible love, that impossible love where two people really love each other. They go through the mill, and then finally when they get together, it's too late. It's timing, it's the impossibility of it all. Even, and I remember being a freshman in college or somewhere around that era when that movie came out. And even then, it just touched me. It was just this thing. I couldn't put it away. Like there was something that resonated deep within my soul.
Rafe Fiennes
Oh,
played T.E. Lawrence, I think, in something, but he also did
We had his ex-wife on the show.
Wuthering Heights
Yes,
before he played in the Schindler's List,
yes.
and that incredible Juliette Binoche movie, Blue, Kieslowski,
Oh, God. Blue, red,
White.
white. Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic. So, hey guys, longtime fan. Did you guys ever take any props or mementos from the NCIS set as souvenirs? If so, what were they?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I took a hat.
You took a hat.
I took an
Like
NCIS
from-
hat, like
Oh.
crime scene hat.
Yeah, but I think, didn't we all get? No, we didn't.
We had to turn
Okay,
them in,
okay.
but I stole
because
it.
they were.
I took a badge.
You took a badge.
I took a badge. Shh, don't tell the authorities. I also took, remember those little notebooks we had that said Naval Criminal Investigative Service, and it had a little slot for a little tiny white pen that you put it in. They were crappy little plastic blue books with white plain paper, and
I
I would
don't
write my
remember.
lines in them.
Oh,
And then Gibbs used to write his lines in them. He'd be like,
I think we all
looks
did
like we
at
have
some
to
point.
talk to McDougal about what happened with the crime scene. And I took some boots, some John Barbados boots.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really cool that you talked about boots and stuff like that because, yes, I took some boots too, which by the way, I still wear. They're like 19 years old and
Guess
they're
what?
awesome.
CBS is going to hear this, and you will be getting an invoice shortly.
Oh God.
Crap. Maybe we can
Shoot
edit this
myself
part
on the
out.
foot. And then, okay, so if you could swap roles
Ooh.
with any other character on NCIS, we've talked about this before, for a day, who would it be and why?
I feel the same way about wife swapping as I do about role swapping.
It just doesn't
Not
happen.
interested.
Yeah, by the way, I feel the same way.
But let's say you had to. Let's say you got to do it. So to look at it now as an exercise, when we're doing an acting thing and it's like, you play me, I'll play you,
Yeah.
just as an exercise.
Gibbs.
Okay. That's interesting. I am going to go Ducky.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious about that wandering around with all the dead bodies and where your brain goes. It's kind of curious to me.
Okay. Well, what can I say about this episode? This was a fun thing to talk about. It was awesome having Sean.
Played a lot of mind games.
Actually, it was a trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
It was a lot about that because, by the way, we had not seen him in a very, very long time. I know we said this. So there was a lot of catching up too because we didn't want to have these conversations on the hallway.
No.
So
and
we
also,
saved all of it for here. So,
you can only do it off duty.
oh God, what a way to plug it. You're quick,
I don't know.
kitty.
All right.
Let's go to Gibbs rules. What's rule number 7? Oh, come on now.
Never wear pink with blue.
Oh, wrong.
Broke the rule.
Always be specific when you lie. Who came up with those?
Oh, I wish I'd known that when I was younger. I mean, my
Or
God.
now.
My God. That is intense. Always be specific when you lie. We're teaching lying lessons. We got little lying lessons.
Let's dismiss that one. We don't like that.
Go to your basement, drink bourbon, and build a boat. Did you know that you can watch all episodes of NCIS on Paramount Plus, and you can watch the new episodes of NCIS on the network, CBS?
So what's going on next week?
I have a little piece of paper that tells me what next week is about.
Just magic.
Next week on Off Duty.
Off Duty.
I just love the name of the thing, Off Duty. A deceased Marine is found encased in a Civil War era tomb at the Smithsonian Museum, and evidence later comes to light suggestion that he was probably buried alive. That is right. Treasure, death, mystery, and our favorite Mossad agent is back in business. It's season 3, episode 4, Civil War.
Oh, that's after the episode 3 that I was not in, that I come back. And I think in that one I joined the cast.
Yeah, remember
after
that Civil War thing? And I believe there was that was the one with the bear, with Jimmy. I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
And we were goofing around with the bear and Ducky. There was this. Yeah, it's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, can't wait.
All right, see you next week. Off
See you
duty.
next week. Off duty.